Shalom Bracha. Welcome once again to our weekly series of Divrei Torah and Parashat HaShabua. This week's parasha is Parashat Vayigash. It is with a heavy heart that I dedicate this week's video Dvar Torah le'Ainu Nishmat Ezra ben Nizha, Rabbi Ezra Labaton, whom our community tragically lost this past week. May HaKadosh Baruch Hu place his soul amongst the souls in Gan Eden. In this week's parasha, HaKadosh Baruch Hu reveals himself once again to Yaakov Avinu. When we look at the pasuk that tells us about this revelation, there's something very unique to this revelation that only applies to Yaakov Avinu and not any of the other forefathers. The verse reads as follows: Vayomer Elokim LeYisrael b'marot halayla. That Yaakov Avinu had this revelation, had HaKadosh Baruch Hu reveal himself to him at night. Meshech Chochmah asks the question, is there any significance to the fact that Yaakov Avinu was the only one where the Torah went out of its way to state and say the word Balayla in regards to his prophecy, how HaKadosh Baruch Hu revealed himself to him? Meshech Chochmah answers, absolutely. Yaakov Avinu was now about to set up his home for the last years of his life, Bechutz La'aretz. And Chutz La'aretz is synonymous with darkness. That once a person leaves the holy soil of Eretz Yisrael, where there is nothing but light and the radiance of HaKadosh Baruch Hu's presence, he is now steeped in darkness. And he needs a light to navigate. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu is trying to tell Yaakov Avinu, do not despair. I will be the light unto you, even when you're in Chutz La'aretz. And it was a tremendous message, not only to Yaakov, but to his progeny, that even though you're going to be in the darkness of the Golah, and the Galut is going to last for a long time, if you keep me in your heart, and you follow my Torah and my mitzvot, and remember your forefathers, you will have light. Rabotai, this is a tremendous, tremendous message for us on two levels. Level one, sometimes we get too complacent and too happy being here in Chutz La'aretz. We need to understand that we're in the darkness, that unless we are in Eretz Yisrael, we do not have light in our lives. And we need to feel that hollowness, that emptiness, that sorrow of not being in Eretz Yisrael. And on a second level, even if we have to be in Chutz La'aretz for whatever reason, or even if a person is not strong enough to go to Eretz Yisrael, he needs to understand that it's a place of darkness. And we do not have the same connection to the Shekhinah that we would have had we been in Eretz Yisrael. And how does a person navigate that darkness? Only through Torah and mitzvot. Only through keeping the words of our forefathers, what Yaakov Avinu had to do. He had to hold on to the words of Abraham and Yitzchak as he was going to a terrible place, to Mitzrayim. And David HaMelech echoes this in a very popular pasuk that we say. He says in Tehillim, Ya'ancha Adonai biyom sarai sagevcha Hashem Elohei Yaakov. That HaKadosh Baruch Hu knew and understood that we were going to be in Sarah. But how do you navigate through, even when I'm in pain and those Surah? Only through connecting to who? Elohei Yaakov. Why does David use only Elohei Yaakov and not any of the other forefathers? Because that was the message that Yaakov embodied. That he was going to Chutz La'aretz and he was going to shine as a beacon of light. Because he was going to carry with him the messages of Abraham and Yitzchak. Rabotai, that's something that we must keep very dear and near to our hearts. We must educate our children and tell them that really we should be in Eretz Yisrael. We're here in the darkness. But if we're going to stay in the darkness, we need, the only way that we can navigate and that we can have some light in our lives is through following the Torah mitzvot. May we merit in earning the eternal light of Mashiach Sitkenu B'mehera B'yamenu together in Eretz Yisrael very swiftly B'mehera in our days. Shabbat Shalom.